Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of that NXT Roundup, baby. We're going to be kicking it off. You know who it is. It's your boy, the bald-headed, bearded, beautiful man, the sensation that's sweeping the nation, the Australian Wonder Man, the Australian Superman, Piers Austin, and I'm joined once again with that big, sexy Glenn, Mr. Sexton. What's up, homie?
Not much. What the hell's going on?
Not a lot at all, man. Not a lot at all. Guys, before we get into tonight's show, it is time to take a quick pause for the cause, a quick second to thank some of those sponsors who help keep the lights on up in this bitch. First up is healthvape.com. Health Vape is your healthy vaping alternative. All products have no nicotine, no addictive or harmful chemicals, and they are vitamin infused. So guys, head over to healthvape.com, check out their products, use promo code MWAPOD to get a 10% discount. Yeah. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, I'll let my co-host take over and he can give a quick shout out to the one they call Sleeves.
There we go. Sleeves.com. They have dirty boxers, headbands, arm sleeves, arm bands. Hell, they even have customizable gear for your athlete in your life. We also have a code MWA Pod, 10% discount. Go check them out now.
Oh yeah, daddy. What a promo for them guys, man. Like seriously, those dirty boxes are the most comfortable boxes that I own, dude. Seriously.
Are they?
They are amazing. And they got a huge fucking elephant trunk there too. Dude,
no,
so
yeah. Of course you would comment on the elephant trunk.
Oh, absolutely, my man. Absolutely. But dude, what a fucking time for NXT, dude, with NXT TakeOver just happening. We're really sort of, seeing Adam Cole, who looks like he's on his way out and going to AEW. But, dude, like, what do you think of TakeOver?
It was pretty good. Like, I wasn't thinking Dragunov would win, but he got it done. I knew Raquel would definitely win. Mm-hmm. I kind of had a feeling OReilly was going to win because of the whole contract situation.
Yep.
And Joe, I knew that was going to happen. I called that weeks ago, and when I talked to you about it,
100% you did, dude. Like, I think, like, to be honest, like, the NXT TakeOver show, like Raquel Gonzalez going over Dakota Kai, like I want to know what's next for Dakota Kai because it's kind of like she was made to look like the weak link in that team.
Yeah.
I want to see what they're going to do with her moving forward because that's something that I'm actually interested in knowing where they're going to go with that. I think that there's a lot that they can do with her. I think that she's definitely someone who's still growing as a performer, especially, in that NXT brand. I think that she's, when she turned heel, originally, I think that was probably a good thing for her. I think that they definitely need to put some work and invest a bit of time into her to make her credible. I think that she came out of that feud looking very weak. Adam Cole, there was no doubt in my mind, with all the contract negotiations, I thought if he goes over, he's staying. If he loses, he's on his way out of the company. And that's kind of the way that it looks like. I think he's going to end up going to AEW, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I think, he wasn't working with a contract at all. So there's no compete clause. Like, he can show up tonight if he wanted to. Like...
His contract ran out, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, man.
The boys over there in AEW have been teasing it. If I'm sitting here watching AEW tonight and I see Adam Cole coming through the freaking curtain, I'll probably freak out, mark out a little bit like I did with CM Punk. Not as hard as I marked out for CM Punk. I'd be like, Adam Cole, sweet, he's there, awesome, cool, great. But
did you cry when CM Punk came out like the fan?
No, I honestly thought I was going to because, dude, it was pretty big. It was huge. Now, like, I teared up when Edge came back because it's fucking Edge. You thought it was a done deal. He was never coming back whatsoever. Then when he came back at the Royal Rumble, I'm like, oh shit, might cry. This is bullshit.
Dude, like I watched the pre-show and I saw Ridge Holland defeated Trey Baxter and in somewhat of a squash match. And Trey Baxter is a guy that we saw in the tournament that they just recently had, the breakout tournament. You know, again, man, like they kind of jobbed him out the week before on NXT as well. Ridge Holland, like we'll get into this week in his match that he had. You know, like to be honest, he kind of moves very slow and robotic for me, but you know, obviously he's a big dude, and the company likes to invest in big dudes. You know, we saw Cameron Grimes go over LA Knight,
yeah,
for the $1 million championship, which, man, there were so many different ways they could have gone with that, to be honest.
I know. You were so hoping for a heel turn. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, and then as you mentioned, Ilya Dragunov defeated Walter by submission to win the NXT UK championship. You know, we've seen like almost a lot of long reigns with that title.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I don't know, man, like they've kind of made it prestigious. Yeah, Walter's thing with COVID and lockdowns and stuff like that. But who knows with Ilya Dragunov what they're going to be doing long term with him and the UK championship. But I'm interested to see what they do. Samoa Joe defeating Karrion Kross via pinfall to win that NXT championship. Dude, I like Joe as the champion, man. He's probably the most experienced veteran that they have in the NXT locker room. He's someone who, you know, performs well. His promos are solid. And, you know, we saw the return of the Muscle Buster, dude, which he hasn't performed since
that's right.
Injury to TJ Wilson or Tyson Kidd. But again, man, Karrion Kross, you know, looking like he's going up, looking like he's going to be a gladiator or demolition, as per that meme you posted earlier today, which I found absolutely hilarious. And
the BDSM the gladiator,
yeah, I mean it is what it is, man. Like you've got a guy like Kross, like make him a killer, bro. Like don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't get the fucking Spartan gimmick. But in saying that, man, power to him, right?
I guess. I mean, if he's not going to bitch and complain about it, I mean, he's going to do it. Which I mean, the WWE loves guys that say, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll do it." Like, I mean, hopefully something big comes down the road for me, gets rid of the gladiator get up and just bulldozes everybody.
I hope so, man. I really do hope so. But, you know, looking at, you know, the rest of NXT for this week, what were your thoughts, you know, going into NXT this week with Cameron Grimes and the Ted DiBiase promo?
I love Cameron. He's good on the mic. He's just really likable. I mean, even when he was annoying, like at first, like as a heel, like he was like entertaining. Like you want to hear him talk and everything. And then after that promo, they kind of written off Ted DiBiase and the $1 Million Championship, which that sucks because you just made it a big deal, especially with this match with LA Knight.
Like, dude, I just don't understand. Like, they built how long has this been going on? Like the $1 Million Championship, like it's
like about a month or two at least.
And then you just retire it after Grimes wins it. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I kind of popped when Ted gave him the replica, and he's like, "Wait a second."
Yeah, I was like, "What? That's what the replica looks like a little bit?" Because I've never seen what the replica looks like up close and personal, but. He's like, and it was just funny, like, damn you, Ted DiBiase! Ah! And I'm like, but he was smiling and like, oh, you dirty bastard. Okay, I got you. That's cool. But I mean, why retire it when you just had a big storyline with it? It makes no sense.
Look, dude, I asked that question and I'm trying to figure out why they would go down that road. I mean, obviously it worked out for the feud between the two and they probably just don't need the don't have a use for it at the moment. That's the only thing I can think of is like it's just there. It got some heat for LA Knight. It got Cameron Grimes a little bit over. Hey man, salute. Best of luck to him.
I guess it's just I guess they're just like used it as a prop, but it'd be kind of funny if Cameron just like I'm gonna fucking defend the replica watch. I would die laughing.
I would pop for that shit if he.
I would too.
And was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna defend the replica.
I'm just gonna defend this. Watch it.
But dude, the first match of the night, Ridge Holland versus Timothy Thatcher. What were your thoughts on that match?
I mean, it was decent. I mean, lately NXT's been going for some like in your face action. I mean, Thatcher is ruthless. Like, I love his technicality. I love just his whole, I don't know, what do we call it? Just way in the ring. It's just dirty. It's nasty, gritty, man. It's like hard to watch. And Ridge Holland, that guy is a beast. Like I told you last night, he looks like Corey Taylor from Slipknot, just on steroids. I don't know how the hell that's possible.
He does. He looks like a staunch Corey Taylor.
Because I was like, wait a minute, did he give up singing for this? I was like, no, I can't have that. I need more songs. I don't need him to be body slamming people, but
more tunes.
Yeah, but I think wasn't Ridge supposed to do a program with Cole, and then until he got like injured?
Yeah, like that's how it all started.
Yeah,
I remember, like months ago, like when the Undisputed Era were faces, he took out Cole, and then he got a car, and just a fucking bizarre fucking
like he got injured, had to have surgery and everything. I thought he was supposed to be out longer, but he came back and he's looking great.
To be honest, man, I thought the Ridge Holland, Timothy Thatcher match was a pretty stiff match.
Yeah,
a scoop slam for the win though. Like that had me going, huh?
Yeah,
you gonna job fucking like Thatcher out like that?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It just made him look like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because I mean, Thatcher. No, you don't see Thatcher going down with a scoop slam. It just makes no sense.
No. We got a question. Do we know what's going on with Cole yet? There's nothing that I think he's going to go to AEW, but they can't really do anything until his contract had expired. I don't know. Maybe AEW will take him just to I think that's where he'll end up going, to be honest. But, it could be a high spot, and then next thing you know that they're going to he could end up at Impact and go over Christian Cage for the Impact Championship, which
that'd be nice. That'd be kind of cool.
No, it wouldn't. I don't know, man.
Come on now.
But we saw Danny Birch return with Oni Lorcan, put a beat down on. And that little clique of guys. To be honest, as I said, to me, Holland just seems very robotic, very mechanical in the ring. A couple of the stuff that I did see was just, you know what I mean? Like there was a couple little sort of botch type stuff that I saw from him. I wasn't really that impressed with Holland, to be honest. He's obviously got a little bit where to go before he gets to, that stage. And I think partnering him up with Pete Dunne and Oni Lorcan and Danny Birch, they can definitely sort of protect him a little bit and hide that until they really work with him a bit more. But an amazing looking dude. Very. Looks phenomenal.
I find it funny that they've put the mouthpiece as Pete Dunne, because Pete Dunne doesn't really talk that much, but they're like, fuck it, Pete, do something. I'm not saying Pete can't talk. Pete can talk, but he's more of a, you just look at him and he's a badass. Like just a shut up and talk mentality.
But do you think since he lost all that, because he was bigger and now he's a lot more shredded, he almost looks a lot smaller than he was. Like,
oh yeah,
Yeah,
He's
and we'll
way
get into the
small.
later show, but yeah, like I don't know, man. He's still a badass, bro.
Oh,
Like he looks like an aggressive dude.
I wouldn't fuck with him.
I wouldn't fucks with him either, bro. But we saw the Carmelo Hayes interview, which I actually like that style of interview that the guy that they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the interviewer was subpar. Like, I mean, I don't know how scripted those interviews were,
Right.
but I just found like some of the questions just to be fucking just ridiculous. Like, what does this mean to you winning? Fucking means the world, bitch. what are you expecting to say? And we talk about that breakout tournament. Why not make one of them a heel? Like, clearly they're both under contract, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure.
Why not have a fucking monster heel out of it? And we saw a little bit of a heel tactic at the start of the match, but we'll get into that. What do you think of the Carmelo Hayes interview?
I mean, it was nice. I mean, hell, I liked that interview and Odyssey's. I mean, both good interviews. Like I said, the interviewer was, like maybe you could have gotten some more different questions or worded it differently. Or hell, I could see you going in there and fucking interviewing them and being like, "So, mate, what are you gonna do after the tournament?" And I'll be like, "All right, Piers, fucking do it. Ask these questions. Let's go."
Dude.
But I mean, it was a good style of interview and a promo mashed together. It was nice.
Like, I almost felt like it was almost, out of character as well. Like, it was like, you know what I mean? Like certain bits, like when it's like, yeah, like, even when they did the Odyssey Jones interview, he's like, yeah, I've taken off the football helmet and, like where I've come, I've really I've really surpassed where I thought I would be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay, there's a sense of realism to the interview, which I thought, okay, I'd like to see this go down more that road, whether they do it for build up to takeovers or, hell, even them doing something like that for the main roster.
Oh yeah. They need to do better build-ups for matches, like promo style, not like sit down interviews are cool and everything. Old school. Like the one that pops in my head all the time is when Rock and Austin went at it, Rock and Austin, SummerSlam, or not SummerSlam, WrestleMania 17, and they had Limp Bizkit's My Way playing with it. They need to do those type of build-ups, because every time I see that, I get hyped every time, and I'm like, I don't even have to fucking watch the match. I could just be like, I'm gonna go brush my teeth now and just kick some ass with it. Like that's how good of a mood it puts me in. I'm like, that's what you need to do. Like,
you know what I really like. And up next was the Index. Announcing the date of the wedding.
Did you see the shirt?
Yeah, dude. You know what? In all honesty, I popped for it. I think it's great. I think that the chemistry between the two, and even where you've got like, Dexter Lumis, who just doesn't say anything and just has this awkward fucking look in his face, like it's gold, man. I pop for it every time, and I think even Indy Hartwell is really showing her level of entertaining performer as well by stepping up into that.
Yeah, I just love it. Like she's just like, oh, we just take walks and eat chicken fingers, and I'm like, what the fuck? But then it's so cute because then Dexter pulls out the wedding invitation. I'm like, okay, that's cute. That's awesome.
But it's almost like a real like bizarro type of like thing to just like the wedding invitation seemed a bit bizarre, but like I popped for it. I always pop for it every single week when I see those two come out and do their thing.
So did I. I'm like, damn, this is good stuff. Keep it up.
But the second match of the night, we saw Casey Catanzano and Caden Carter versus JC Jane and Gigi Dolan, with Catanzaro and Carter going over.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, Carter and Catanzaro, very athletic, very gimmicky, very moving. I think they need to cut off the fucking TikTok bullshit. To be honest, like in the fucking ring, like I don't know, man. Like to me, that was just like, come on, man. Like get. Let's be honest here.
I think they're grasping straws, really. They don't really have anything going on. I mean, they're great athletes. They're great in the ring. I watched them wrestle and watched them come out, and I'm like, why aren't they the women's tag team champions for NXT? I mean, they've been a longer team. They've been together for a while. And I mean, with the TikTok thing, I think they're just like, all right, this is something that we can attach with wrestling, and it's over. You don't like it, but some other people might like it.
Look, dude, I get it. I think that there was some good, it was some good tag team wrestling in that match. At the end of it, like them jumping on the fucking announce table and trying to make a claim for the tag team titles. You can't take them seriously when they're going, we deserve to be the tag team champions. That's bullshit. Like it is, dude. Come on, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Have them make a fucking statement in the ring. Hey, we just beat these two bitches. Now it's time for us to get the fucking shot at the NXT women's tag team titles. Okay. Not jumping up and down and fucking twerking on the fucking announce table. Like, you know what I mean? Right. Have it done in the center of the ring. Make a fucking statement. To me, that was a joke. Like, that was just like,
right.
It belittled what they were doing in the ring and what they did in the ring.
Oh,
like I said, amazing athletes. I think they look great. I think they have a great look, a great chemistry. Mm-hmm. To be honest, I see Kaden Carter as being the one who's going to be the breakout star of that. She has a unique look. WWE likes unique looking, women and performers. And I think, if they invest in her, she could be, one to be a standout in the future. But Catanzaro, take her or leave it, to be honest.
Man, taking the fun out of everything, bud. We got a comment here.
Oh, sorry. Make your statement with work in the ring, not by shaking your ass. Totally agree with Piers. Thank you, Caramel Latte. I stand by that statement. I just found like after the match was just, they could have made a bigger statement being in the ring on the microphone and letting it over. I thought that Gigi Dolan and JC Jane, I like that the ring entrance with those girls. I just think that you've got them coming in. What's next for them? Like, how do you now?
Right.
Like,
I thought it was weird that they lost. I thought they were going to go over, to be honest, because I mean Gigi went over a couple weeks ago, and
yeah, but it's wrestling, dude. Not everyone's going to go over all the time, but. To be honest, I think that the main takeaway from that is, okay, so Catanzaro and Carter they came out and said we want a shot at the tag team titles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Let's see him do it. Let's see him go and do it. But then, are they going to be credible champions?
Right.
So, but I digress, dude. I digress.
Right.
What do you think? Do you think that they can be a credible champion?
I think they can. I mean, hell, I mean, look at the women's tag team champions we got now. I mean, it's an odd couple, which they've done multiple times, especially with Shayna and Nia Jax. And they kind of like became friends, but they also still odd couple. It's like they kind of need to cut it off. They need legitimate tag teams to carry the belts. Like, you can't just be like, oh, let's have like, okay, Regal and Eugene. That wasn't really a tag team. It was just like, well, I feel sorry for them.
Look, if they're going to put belts on someone and have like just mix and match tag teams, it can work if it's going to lead to a story. I feel like with Starks and Shirai, is it Shirai? Yeah, Shirai.
Yeah, Shirai. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lead up to that. You know what I mean? Like, you can see the tension there. So I think it's definitely possible.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why oddball tag teams work so well. There's got to be a good build up, and then at the end, there's got to be a fucking like massacre somewhere after the tag team's done. Kind of like Sasha Banks and Bayley. Even though.
I agree on that one. We saw the Raquel Gonzalez promo. She puts over Kaylee Ray. again, man, Raquel Gonzalez, I had no doubt that at TakeOver that she was going to go over. To be honest, I don't see her losing that strap for a while. I see she could very easily go up to the main roster and be in that, or you could automatically interject her into that match with Charlotte and give Charlotte a fresh opponent on Raw, or bring her over to SmackDown, and she could be that fresh face in there. I think that's what we're probably gonna see in the next 3 to 6 months, to be honest.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't see why not. But yeah, I knew Gonzalez was going to win that match. Like there was not even a oh shit, well, there could be a surprise roll up, which wrestling loves to do nowadays. But yeah, the promo was nice. It was there. It was then Frankie Monet came out with Robert Stone and the other girl.
Jessica Mimi.
Yeah, Jessica. I love trying to get you to say the name because you don't know which one it is.
You jabron.
Oh, fuck it. I pop for it.
Yeah, I mean, Frankie Monet, again, she's someone that could very easily go, I think could very easily go up into the main roster in the next 3 to 6 months. Dude, we talk about Robert Stone as well. Like, when he was Robbie E, do you think he was bigger? Like, he seems like a lot smaller.
We had this conversation, didn't we? I think he is a lot smaller now. But again, there was 2 Robbie E's. There was 2 Robbie E's.
He was
I don't know. Yes, I'm gonna Google this bitch right now.
Google that bitch.
I will Google that bitch.
I'm telling you now. He was the only Robbie E. I want to see.
There are 2 Robbie E's in TNA.
Oh fuck! Now you're using.
You're damn right. I fuck. Ooh, hold on. Robbie E.
But after that, we saw Valentina Royce versus Kaylee Ray. No surprises that Kaylee Ray just went in there and went over. They're definitely looking at building something there with her. I think that she's going to be really going up there into that sort of women's title picture relatively quickly. She held on to the UK women's title for quite a while. Mind you, Valentina Royce, what do you think of her ring gear, man? She kind of looked like a bit like before I say it, what do you think of it?
It was all right. I want to hear what you got to say about it.
She kind of looked bizarre, like the white pimple fucking like eyebrows and the big feathers coming off. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
I just saw a picture of it. Yeah,
she looked like a child going to an Easter hat parade, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't know. I saw it. I saw it last night. I had to re-see it today, but yeah, it was fucked up.
See you, Ro. You have a good day, baby.
I mean, if you want, fucking asshole. But no. I mean, I guess that's one way to get attention. Like have feathers and weird gimmicks in your face and shit.
I don't know, man.
Oh God, I'm talking like Angel. Fuck. Gimmicks.
Gimmicks. Dude, she had a couple of like quick little things in there. To be honest, I think Royce looked a little bit lost in that match. And it just, I don't know, like Kaylee didn't really come across looking like a world beater in that match. And I think it was just because the opponent really wasn't on top of, I just don't think her opponent was really of that good a caliber, to be honest.
Right. Like, well, I mean, I think what they were just doing was just showcasing for Kaylee Ray and everything like that. Just be like, hey, like maybe you don't watch UK. Here's what she can do. And they just put her up against that and was like, here we go.
I missed some of this. Sorry, but was it me or was NXT kind of very 90s? Look like yes and no, I suppose. I'm not too sure, man. Like that's a real hard one to really state. I mean, I actually had this conversation with Stevie Richards the other day, and like, not to get off topic, but like, we look at wrestling today. Is there any stars that we see there in the business today in WWE, for example, that are going to be memorable stars in 20 years' time? Like, is there anyone there that we're going to remember in 20 years' time and go, yeah, like a Kurt Angle, a Stone Cold Steve Austin, a Rock, people along those sort of names? I just don't see it.
Yeah. I mean, you have the guys we talk about like all the time, like all the indie darlings, so to speak, like Gargano.
Again, are they going to be?
I know. I'm agreeing with you. Jesus.
Right. Yeah, well, you're putting them over like.
No, I'm not. I'm just fucking saying.
All right, mate.
All right, man. Is this a new gimmick?
It's the gimmick. We saw Mandy Rose make her return to NXT, approaching Dolan and Jane wearing a red bodysuit gimmick. And if you don't want to lose again or that feeling, come with me. Okay, like you know what I mean? Like, what a weird pairing, man.
It is. I mean, you got pretty girl meshing with goth, and it's like, what?
Mandy doesn't really fit in there,
No,
but
no, neither did. Oh God, Glenn, no, nope. I was about to say neither did Otis. Ho!
Oh, hey,
get in there.
Jesus, man, you're terrible.
Whatever, it had to be done.
You're terrible. Then we saw Samoa Joe in ring promo. Everyone knows I always put over Samoa Joe. I think he's probably one of the best guys that they have in WWE on any brand. I think having him in NXT is a perfect fit for him because he can be that big fish in a small pond, if you will, which isn't, I don't mean that as a disrespectful term, but I feel like, having him as the champion and having him as like, hey, I'm the fucking standard bearer. You have to get through me to go up here. And I definitely see him as being that solid champion for the NXT brand. What I really feel is that more than likely he's going to be a transitional champion.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I
don't think you're wrong. I mean, how long do you think he's going to hold it?
I think he'll most likely drop it to Dunn.
It's done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I could see. Oh God, that'd be interesting. I mean, I want to see Dunn with it because I think Dunn deserves it.
Or LA Knight.
Oh. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. That's hard now because I can see Dunn with it. God, Dunn would be a killer. And then LA Knight would actually carry it really well. Because I mean, he I'm sorry, but I think he did good with the $1 million championship, and I think he could do better with another belt. What are you looking at me
or
like?
LA Knight?
LA Knight, dork. I was talking
you
about.
Just
LA.
said, you said Dunn had the
No, we were talking. I was talking about Dunn. Oh my God, Piers.
Moving right along. Solid promo by Joe calling out his challenges. I like the fact that how he was like on the handshakes. The eyes were a little cold, the handshakes were a little cold. Like the promo that he's able to deliver, and back it up. We saw Pete Dunne come out and state his claim and say that he's going to throw down to it. Then we saw LA Knight come out, and to be honest, I'm thinking LA Knight's going out going, yeah, I'm the man, I'm this, I can beat Joe. Bro, you just got beat by Cameron Grimes.
Yeah.
Like, sit the fuck down. Like, I mean, I think it's too soon to insert him there, straight away into another feud. And especially to put him in that picture. I think he's one of those performers you could definitely do that. He's very entertaining, very Rock-esque, and we sort of touched on that before. But still, I think he's someone who is a solid performer, solid promo. You could definitely put in that main event spot, but I just think right now putting him in there, a little bit too soon, man. The audience, the memory ain't that bad.
Right.
Then we saw Kyle O'Reilly come out and make some and tries to cut a funny, insulting, very corny promo. Dude, O'Reilly is amazing in the ring. Like, he's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But his babyface promos are fucking awful.
I mean, they're babyface promos. All right. It's a heel trying to do a babyface promo. It doesn't mash well. Like, I giggled when he said Dune and called LA Knight Law. I was like, okay, that's funny. I get it. But
really?
I did. I popped for it. I was like, okay.
I groaned. I went
because you were so excited from hearing it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I was just
I'm kidding.
It was just, I don't know. I just thought
I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I giggled. Everything Kyle does, I'll laugh at. Especially if it's like a interview or a promo, I'm just like, okay, I get it. Cool. But I'm a different person, so I'm sorry, Pierce.
That's okay, man. You want to give him a rusty trombone, you go right ahead.
My god. And I thought the SummerSlam watch along was like dirty. No, just kidding.
But again, I think Joe being the standard bearer, have him be the guy that's going to be the a long-term champ. You know what I mean? To me, that's how I would have it. I would have him have a decent 3, maybe 4-month run as the champ. But to be honest, it's probably not going to be that. I think he's probably going to have the belt for maybe 4 or 5 weeks.
I mean, I'd see him with a long title reign, to be honest, because it would make sense. I mean, 3-time champion, first time ever, at least give him a healthy reign, because I think the first 2 weren't that long. I think.
Yeah, I think he had a decent stint with him, but what about the little schmoz at the end where they all sort of Holland jump Kyle and Tommaso Ciampa comes out, jumps Dunn, and Samoa Joe. The only reason I think Dunn is because him and Joe had that little bit of a standoff there. You know what I mean? He turned around, Joe turns around. I mean, the timing of that was awesome, but that's why I think that they're probably going to go for Dunn versus Joe.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, 2 guys that could probably quite literally kick each other's ass all over the place. But, I mean, a lot of people would probably see Joe go over. But, I mean, majority, I would love to see Dunn with the belt.
Yeah, that Wendy promo that he did with
Wendy! I love that shit.
But that's the thing, bro. Joe could, when Joe went up against Lesnar in the main roster, I was like, this is a legitimate challenger for fucking Lesnar. He's a fucking badass. You know what I mean? To me, I think that WWE have just misused Joe from the get-go. I think if they're going to have him stay in NXT, give him a lengthy title run, make him make him the face of NXT. And he's the guy that you could really bank behind, and also a guy that can help get talent ready to go up to the main roster.
Yep.
Because he's wrestled all over the world. He's wrestled for major companies. He's very good. He's a very well-rounded. Have him as the champion for a long stint. But again, I see they've got a hard on for Dunn, and I think that they're going to probably put him over big time, and I think a win over Joe will put him over big.
Oh yeah, it would make him legitimate.
After that, we saw Grimes and DiBiase again, where Grimes handed back the championship. Dude, as we said at the top of the fucking show, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's stupid. Give that championship a 2-month storyline, which was decent.
Not,
It was
not even. But that's the thing. Like, this motherfucker just went and, like, let's look at the storyline. He just went and fucking, was a guy's butler for a month.
mm-hmm.
Finally wins the belt. Then he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm good. Here we go, Ted. Get the fuck, like, really?"
Yeah. I didn't like it. I was like, why? Why did you even bring it back if you're going to do that?
Yeah, look, WWE has too many titles anyway. But again, like, why not have a decent little run with it, and then you have the WWE Shop have that title belt out there. And I think it was probably a good pop near the end of it when he goes, "Oh, WWE Shop replica." There's so much more that they could then turn around and go and sell a shit ton more fucking merch with the $1 Million Championship. Have Ted do a little fucking run with being Cameron Grimes' manager, and trying to basically make him more eloquent or whatever it may be. You could very easily do that, but Ted DiBiase's promo and stuff like that, it just felt so fucking forced.
Yeah, I don't know. They kind of dropped the ball on this one, I think. Like, I'm with you. They could have done a lot more, and the merchandise would have been incredible, but WWE's going to WWE. That's all I can say.
100%. What was next? Carmelo Hayes versus Odyssey Jones.
Yes. This was a pretty good match. I'll tell you what. I don't know what it is with Odyssey, but he gets fucking hit in the face so many times. It's unreal. Like, he got kicked straight in the face by Carmelo. I'm like, why? Because I remember in the last match he had, he got kneed in the face and was bleeding from the mouth. Last night he was bleeding from the mouth and the nose. And I'm like, dude, I get you're a big guy, but you don't have to take shots to the face like that. Not all the time.
But you know what? Like, you look at the outfit that he was wearing, and did he get that off Mark Henry from Nation of Domination back in 1998?
It had to be. I mean, he wore that singlet before. That's why I was like, damn, he reminds me of Mark Henry.
Hey man, fucking hats off to him, bro.
Yeah, he pulls it off.
Hats off to him for fucking like putting that on. But maybe that was the thing. Maybe it's a throwback, and not a throwback, but maybe a dedication to Mark Henry.
Yeah,
big solid dude. I was surprised he's only 6 foot. He looks way bigger.
What? I'm taller than fucking Odyssey? That makes no fucking sense to me.
He is.
He looks bigger than 6 foot.
He's 6 foot, bro. He's 6 foot. Is what it is, homie.
I suppose Jesus Christ, I'm too tall. Like, I should have been signed yesterday. I'm kidding.
Kidding.
Oh Christ!
But look, I felt like it was a decent big man versus little man style of match. The referee was slow at points to get down for the 3 count. I feel like, and she's a good referee too. Like, she is very, very, very decent. But yet Reed was too short. Agree. That was the main reason, because they just didn't see him, which is ridiculous, because Bronson Reed is a phenomenal talent. And I think he's going to go to Japan and shock the world, to be honest. But Odyssey Jones and the Carmelo Hayes match, as I said, the referee was slow. Just basically, also one of the things I had here was, well, Carmelo Hayes just laid there sitting up, like half sitting up, looking at him, going, jump on me.
Oh.
I'm like, dude, like, in a real, like, let's look at the practicality of this.
Right.
In a real fight, are you going to just lay there on the ground, half sitting up, and go, kick me in the fucking head?
Fuck no.
Exactly. But then he does the splash, and then he, like, slides over, like,
Yeah.
That finish was fucking stupid.
It was stupid. I didn't like the splash either. I think it could have been timed out a little bit better. Like as soon as like Odyssey's like in the air, okay, then get up and then fall down with it. Don't just like, aha, I'm still here. Like,
Aha!
like 50 seconds later. Oh, you came off the ropes. I'm still sitting up. Oh, okay. Now I know what I'm doing. Blam. But the roll up was, you could have kicked out of the roll up. I mean, come on. Didn't even have the fucking arm in the legs. Not even a proper crucifix pin. Yes, I'm doing the name. Damn it, that's a fucking shoot. I don't care. Fucking shoot.
I look. I just felt like it was. You know, with the ending of that match, it should have just been done differently. Could have been handled like booked differently, and the setup could have been different. But you see a guy taking punishment, then next thing you know, he just rolls over and he pins the guy 1, 2, 3, and Odyssey Jones is like, "Holy shit! Look what fucking happened!"
Oh yeah, like it was stupid. I mean, they made Odyssey look good though.
I agree. I
mean, like every hit. I mean, he was taking hits. And he's just like, I'm gonna fucking get back up, and I'm like, all right, you get back up then, because I honestly want him to win. I want to win.
Carmelo Hayes, like he now is the breakout star, and they're gonna book him to get a shot at a championship. Where does he go from here?
Right. Who, Carmelo or
Carmelo?
Shit, man. He's probably gonna go for the North American Championship.
Yeah,
I mean,
could he go for the cruiserweight? Like, is he 205?
I don't know. We need to build that weight, son.
Need to cut some weight, son. Yeah, look, most likely the North American Championship would probably be the way to go.
Yeah, because come on, he ain't going to go after Joe. Come on.
Yeah, I don't think he's ready for that main event spot on NXT. Even the but even then, like, he can get a match doesn't mean he's going to go over.
Oh shit, Piers, he can do the Cruiserweight Championship. He is 195 pounds. Well,
there you go. There you go. I mean,
still no trace of
whether it's going to be Kushida or fucking Roderick Strong in a couple of weeks. Who knows?
I don't know. I'd rather see him go for the North American. That's just me, though.
He's not going to win the title, though.
But okay.
I don't. Is he? Like, do you think he's going to? Do
you think? Fuck no. Do you think they're gonna? Do you think he would get the cruiserweight title?
I mean, it's probably more.
It's realistic. It's a nice start.
Who knows?
I don't know.
But next was your man. Tian Sha promo before the match with Boa and Zion. What was his name? Orion. AKA Daniel Vito. I'm gonna throw it down, bro. Like, Zion is a Australian professional wrestler. He is a former rugby league player. He played for the Brisbane Broncos, which is my team. So, yay, Brisbane Broncos.
Piers will put him over.
I'll put him over, brother. But again, what?
What? Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, we've never seen him on WWE TV before, and he's gone over Boa, who like looks like a killer, came out, does this fucking massive amazing entrance, and then this guy who didn't even get a fucking ring entrance gets the pin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but that's the thing. You see Boa looking at, looking up the direction, of his power that be, or his leader, and me Ying, and next thing you know, he gets fucking clobbered. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm just like, I mean, Zion it is. Zion had a good look to him. I mean, he looks like he could kick some ass. I mean, not saying he couldn't beat Boa, but I mean, it just threw me off.
He did beat Boa.
I know, but I'm talking about at the beginning, asshole. Like, it was just weird. Like, because I thought Bo was going over once again. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a simple-minded person, and like, because Boa basically beat the shit out of Drake the last time we saw him. Like, you would think, oh, we're gonna push this guy, but and then you see this guy, and you're like, oh, no, this other guy kind of looks cool. Let's just give him one. And it was kind of funny how he played off of Minion or whatever the hell the manager is. And he looked at her and he's like, I ain't fucking going over there. Fuck that. I was like, oh, big bad man can't even go up the fucking rampway because of a scary looking woman. Come on now, bud. You got this.
Oh man. And then we saw a backstage segment with Regal Gargano about the Index wedding, and then we saw LA Knight come storming in. Kind of a pointless segment, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I kind of felt like it was a waste of time having that. The only thing is that came out of it is there's going to be a match between LA Knight and Gargano. Cool. Cool. Okay. Like what? You know what I mean? Okay. Like, is this going to be a storyline? Is there going to be somewhere to go with them? You know, I wonder what's going to happen with the Gargano family angle as well, because like they're going to have to write Candice LeRae off TV soon, right?
Yeah,
if they haven't already.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd see her doing like backstage segments at least, maybe till it's time for her to get ready to have the baby. But yeah, like, but I mean, I want to see where they're going to go with it. Hopefully, they keep it together. Hell, I don't even know where Austin Theory's at. He's missing, apparently, again, which I don't know what that's about. But
hopefully, they're keeping him away from the underage girls.
Oh shit!
I went there.
Okay, you go for it, man.
Hey, man, that was some. Hey, the photos don't lie, bro.
You got a point. Photos
don't lie. But again, we saw the the Diamond Mine vignette with Roderick Strong training guy like that. I don't know, man. This Diamond Mine thing with Roddy Strong, like, I like the fact that he's not really talking much. You know, but again, like, he kind of needs to go over and win that cruiserweight title, I feel.
I think he needs to. Like, I mean, he hasn't had anything in a while. I mean, this new stable is here. I mean, I'm starting to feel like there's too many stables in NXT. That's just me, though.
But they kind of always go for stables, right? Like, it's kind of like the Impact Wrestling thing. Like, Impact Wrestling used to always do stables.
They do, but it's like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, you got Hit Row, you got the other team, Three Amigos. I know that's wrong. Fuck off. They're the main event. We're going to talk about that later.
Legado del Fantasma, you mean?
Them too. And then we've got Diamond Mine. Then we have Pete Dunne's little faction that's looking to become unnamed. Imperium. That's another one. That's hopefully going back to UK. Hopefully nowhere near NXT. But it's just there's just a lot. I mean, I saw this one right here at the bottom. Yeah, AEW does have like 20 factions and all that. I get that. But I mean, it's becoming like all over the place. Like for NXT, there's a lot of stables. Like The Way, forgot about them. My bad. I mean, it's just a lot. And I mean, it's cool, but just a lot of things going on.
I agree. Main event, Hit Row versus Legado del Fantasma. What do you think of that?
It's a damn good match. It was really good. The only thing that really annoyed me was when they kept rolling into the ring, tagging each other. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? It's like tag, roll, hit, tag, roll, hit. Then
I kind of felt that was overdone.
It was, and then Escobar came in. He tagged, rolled. Well, no, I don't think he rolled. No, he rolled and then he whistled. Well, I was like, oh, a whistle, something new. Holy shit. And then he went and hit the other guy. I'm like, why did we do that? Why? Like, okay, cool, but I digress. It was a nice match.
To be honest, I saw a lot of self-serving shit in that match.
Mm.
You know, like the what's his name, the top dollar, the fucking gimmick, like coming in trying to do. You're trying to be a John Cena, or you're trying to be like, you know what I mean? Like that's the feeling I got, bro. Like his work rate isn't, you know what I mean? Like his work rate needs to improve before he starts going into the extra gimmicky shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hit row, I don't know, man. Like I feel like the having him coming out and dancing and throwing up all the gang signs and shit like that, like, you know what I mean? Have him look like a legit fucking like ruthless bunch of motherfuckers. Don't have him come out looking like some sort of like, you know, 90s anti-drug campaign, because that's the kind of way that I feel when I see him. And I think that they've got such a good look as well that there's so much they can do. But I found like in the match, just too much self-serving shit from Hit Row. And even Legado del Fantasma, I popped when Elektra Lopez came out. I thought that made a good little addition to Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah,
well.
it was something they were missing.
I mean,
but the hit with the pipe, that was harsh looking. I was like, what the fuck, dude? And I was like, man, you going out for a home run, aren't you?
But that would have been a gimmicked pipe.
Well, yeah, but it was a fucking hard hit. If you were just coming into watching wrestling and they're like, you didn't know anything about gimmick stuff, so like somebody watching from the outside, they see that, they're like, holy shit, that girl just got wrecked. And be like, that'd be funny just trying to explain everything to that one person. Like, hold on. I got a couple guys that you need to talk to. like, hold on, guys, hold on. But it was, I mean, you're right. There was a lot of self-serving stuff. I thought it was a good match. It was all right. The end was kind of, I guess they were trying to do an Eddie Guerrero end, maybe, possibly, with the pipe, threw the pipe over to Swerve. Swerve was trying to get the pipe to the referee. The ref was kind of slow for the count, which we're seeing a lot of in NXT, and there was a roll-up pin. Like, the finish was fucked, but that's my opinion.
Overall, man, I was kind of disappointed with this week's NXT, to be honest with you. I really didn't sort of take much from it, which there was nothing that really stood out to me to make me go, oh, wow, what a great show. It was like,
it was hit and miss. It was kind of hard to watch for me. I was like, damn, dude, like, come on, give me something good. This is a show after NXT TakeOver. But
well, it is almost at that 1 hour mark. We've gone over the entire show, man. And look, I think that you know, this week was a lot left to be desired for NXT. You know, I just want to see where it goes from now for like Odyssey Jones, Carmelo Hayes. I want to see where it goes for Cameron Grimes now that he's obviously clearly done with the gimmick, you know, and the gimmick belt, and also, you know, see what happens next for the rest of the guys, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially after this show. I mean, it just needs, something else has to happen next week. Like, I mean, we have already matches lined up, and can't wait to see them. Hopefully they're good. But yeah, I want to see where a lot of this is going with, like you said, Grimes, Carmelo, Odyssey. Definitely the Boa situation. I want to see that. Like, what the hell? Like, did you give him lashings? Did you kendo stick him? Did you spit in his face also? Or is it his type of night? Does he like that kind of stuff? I don't know. But like, I don't get it. Like, I want to see more and see what happens. Like I said, last night's show didn't really do much for me like it did you.
Yeah, exactly, man. But what do you got planned for the rest of the day anyway, Glenn?
Oh, videos, promoting this lovely group that we call MWA, baby.
That's it, man. That's it. I'm about to go hit the hay. It's about 11:30 p.m. at night. I'm going to go and lay down before I get woken up in 45 minutes by a screaming baby. So, loving that life, man. But anyway, man, look, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for also finding us on all podcast platforms on MWA Podcast Network. And we bring you the NXT Roundup every single week at the same time, 10:30 p.m. Australian time, 8:30 a.m. USA Eastern. Wherever you find us, make sure you give us a follow, subscribe, twitch.tv/MWA World, MWA Podcast Network on YouTube, and MWA Podcasts on all podcast platforms. But on that note, Glenn, it's always a pleasure, Mr. Sexton. And
definitely a pleasure.
Guys, we'll catch you guys next week. Make sure you tune in. And guys, also do yourselves a favor. Check out the Realm Network where you get shooting the shit uncensored, killing the business with former ECW original, the Kingpin, and also Glenn Sexton and King Mega. Check out Get Funked on the Realm Network, hosted by Kiwi Alan Funk, former WCW and TNA star. And also Knights of the Gimmick Table, baby, hosted by the Dead Presidents, Boogaloo and Lowrider. And also you've got the shows that we do live now, which is the NXT Roundup, the Funk and Kingpin show with Alan Kiwi Funk and the Kingpin Angel Medina, and also Wrestling with Sports. So check out those. Also follow us on all social media platforms at MWA World. But Glenn, thank you. Thank you to our sponsors. And any final words?
Nope. You said everything I could have even said. But thanks for watching, guys. We enjoy your company and letting us just shoot the shit with each other talking about NXT.
That's it, brother. Anyway, time to take it home. High spot. Pooh.